What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, another video. Today we're going to be doing an open cup with this fairly large circular cookie cutter using these colors. So we have a fluorescent yellow, a brilliant blue, and then we have Pebeo iridescent green blue. All these colors were mixed with no silicone. They each have 1 drop of the penetrol in it that I used from my last video. And that is it. So these colors over on the side here all have 1 drop each. And then this color is going to be my base. It's also that bright blue or brilliant blue. And it has no additives at all besides the pouring medium. All my colors are mixed, 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. The pouring medium that I use is this Artist Loft pouring medium. And with that, we're just gonna get right into the pour. So I'm gonna put down my base coat. I still don't know if the penetrol affects the canvas. So I don't know if it acts the same as silicone or not. So I'm trying to be fairly careful by not letting it contact the canvas. And that's why we're putting this base coat down. It is strikingly warm here in Detroit right now. It is 60 degrees, which that's kind of crazy to me. So I'm doing the little spin here, kind of spreading it out just a little bit. I don't need this giant layer here. And now I'm gonna bring a little bit of the weight of the paint back. And we're gonna start our open cup, you guys. Right in the middle of the canvas. So how's everybody doing this wonderful day? It is a glorious day here in Detroit. I couldn't be happier with the weather. It's very warm, and as all of you know, I love warm. So I'm gonna start with this very high contrast yellow. I know that the color choices I made with the yellow and blue, I'm gonna get some greens. That's why we're using this iridescent green blue. Kind of offer a little bit of a complement between these colors. And the same thing is happening with this iridescent. If you look down from the top, cells are already starting to pop up through that iridescent color. And that's just beautiful. I have a feeling these colors are going to go really well together. Gonna have some really brilliant blues and yellows and greens and every color in between. Holidays are over. Oh, a couple questions that I was getting from my last video using this product. I was asked if I had to clean the canvas before varnish or resin. Well, I haven't done a resin over this product yet, but the last one I did put varnish over it and I didn't clean it at all. So I didn't even use a baby wipe, didn't use a paper towel with water, didn't use anything. And it didn't reject at all. Because if you guys remember my dry reveal from my last video, that was with varnish applied. And it didn't reject at all. So I'm already seeing some really cool blues and greens coming out. Just glorious pops of color. Some cells are starting to form. I haven't applied any heat yet, but that is next. Probably gonna fill this cup like 1 more time. And then apply the heat and let the cells just come to life. So I'm starting to see little ones here and there, nothing too pronounced yet. But they are there. All right, so just let it churn. Now we're starting to get some cell formation. Let me try with the heat gun first. Try to warm it up just a little bit. And we are starting to see some cells blooming to life here. Some really nice multicolored cells coming to the surface. Very pretty. Those are fantastic. And again, I am going to try the torch over in this area over here just to see. So I'm still learning with this product, you guys. And I want to see if it does this really crazy reaction like last time. And it does. Okay. As you can see, like everywhere the flame kind of glazed over, it started making that cellular reaction there. And it's gorgeous. Wow. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. That's just glorious, you guys. I love that. You have all these just tiny cells kind of just exploding to life right now. All right, so dark blue. And I'm going to keep doing it in the same pattern. So I was doing dark blue, well, the Brilliant Blue from Artist Loft, then Liquitex Basics Fluorescent Yellow, and then the Pebeo Iridescent Green Blue. And I'm going to keep trying to layer them in that order because I'm loving the look of this. Because we have some pops of bright yellow and some pops of some really dark blue, and then in some sections the two have joined, creating some really cool greens that really complement this iridescent green blue. Man, I'm loving this, guys. Alright, so some yellow, iridescent green blue. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this penetrol because I haven't had, typically with my OGX brand hair oil, I don't get this kind of a reaction. So seeing these reactions happen is just amazing to me. I get all giddy and stuff. But it's like getting to play with something new, and that's exciting. Yeah, more cells just popping to life all around this open cup. I love the gradient that we're seeing there. Probably going to be able to fill up the cup one more time, and then we'll get our spin. So as I typically do, getting towards the end of the cup, I'm going to make the layers thinner and thinner. So that way when I do lift this cup up, I'll do a little swipe with the edge of it to kind of fold these colors over each other, and then it makes it easier because I have all those thin layers there to create cells in the center of the piece. Because if you have really thick layers, there's a good chance that you're going to end up with a giant blob of the same color right in the middle. And some people want that effect, and if that's what you're going for, that's awesome. But for me, I enjoy having a lot of cells throughout the entire piece. All right, so we're gonna set that last little bit free, kind of let it settle a little bit. And I'll break the seal, and see that's that round that I don't like. So I just lightly go over the surface and create a little swipe. Gorgeous, you guys. Yeah, these colors are fantastic. Freaking beautiful. All right, so I need to give it something to flow on. Now the whole idea of not using this because it might reject from the canvas, I don't have any other colors mixed, and I don't want to mix a completely different color over this, just in case we get some purling. So I guess this will be the test right here as to whether or not it rejects from the canvas. But at least I get to take you guys along on this test with me. So if for some reason it doesn't work, then you know in advance that it doesn't work. And you guys don't waste money trying to figure it out. But I don't know, I don't think it'll reject, just because when I put the varnish on, it didn't give me any crazy effects when I varnished it. It didn't give me any of that dimpling or anything. It was a completely smooth surface. So I think it'll be just fine, to be honest with you guys. But you're always running that risk, right? Right now I'm just trying to get a nice surface for which this paint can just flow evenly. And I think we're almost there. It's already starting to try to flow over the edge. And I'm going to put this back in the center. There we go. Fantastic. Now what I will do, I'm going to use my heat gun initially to try to bring some cells to the surface, but I don't want a whole lot. I just want to help them. As you can see, like that little tiny bit of heat is starting to open up some cells. And that's going to be pretty beneficial for when I do spin it. Those cells get to open up and get larger. But yeah, this is beautiful, you guys. Trying to focus on some spots that have less, but we don't have to worry about it too much right now, because anything that when we spin it, it's going to stretch these layers out, and then we'll still be able to get that reaction with the cells afterwards. So with that, you guys, I think we're ready. Just going to give it a nice light spin. Kind of want to push that dark blue off the corners. And there we go. Wow. That is beautiful, you guys. Now, from what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing all these beautiful, big, bubbly cells. I don't want to take that torch to it, because the torch is going to basically disrupt everything. It's going to create so many tiny, fine little cells. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it with the heat gun again. So it's more gradual. It's easier to control it this way. See how you're seeing little cells start to open up? I will show you the difference here. In that corner, I'll use the torch so you can see, because some of that might actually pour over the edge. So you can see what I'm talking about as far as this is offering a nice gradual change. I'm not making any really drastic changes to the composition. I'm just applying a little bit of heat, bringing a little bit of life to some sections that I think could use it. All right. So yeah, as you see, like all we did was open up some little cells here and there. Nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. But now if I take this torch, you get a lot less control for what you're doing. So I'm gonna zoom you in on that corner there, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now you see how those are growing rapidly, fast. That look is completely different than the whole rest of the canvas. It's beautiful, and I could probably incorporate that in certain places here, but I don't want it to look so much like that, because I feel like that many tiny little cells like that kind of start to disturb each other as they grow. These larger ones I feel like they kind of add to the look and they just complement each other a lot better. Now, one thing I am enjoying is that I'm not seeing any rejection along these corners that I put that blue. But I love this. Let me bring you guys down, show you what it looks like wet right now. We're gonna let it dry. I'm gonna varnish it, and then we'll see it at the end. Completely finished, ready to hang. You can see all those beautifully multicolored cells. Some of these cells are going to continue to grow. But we have some really striking combinations between that fluorescent yellow and the brilliant blue, creating greens and beautiful colors. Down here in the corner is where I let the torch kiss. And you see like just tiny, tiny cells everywhere.
If you want to watch another video just like this, click the screen right now and I'll see you there.